है YouTube पे।
हाँ अभी आ रहा है।
구독, 좋아요 눌러주세요.
Hello, fellow Atomians. Hello, fellow Atomians. Wishing all of you a very lovely evening. I am Anungla Longkomer, Education Center Leader of Kohima Divine Center. I would like to welcome all of you to the talk show organized by Atomi India Education Center Leader. Now I give the time to our Education Center Leader, Vijay Kumar, so that we can begin our company motto. Mr. Vijay Kumar, sir.
थैंक यू मैम। क्या आप रेडी हो
Yes.
कंपनी मोटो के लिए?
Yes.
Cherish the spirit,
Cherish the
Wish the spirit,
create the vision.
create the vision.
Follow the faith, serve in
humanity.
humanity.
Humility.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on, let's do it.
it. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Tonight, first of all, I welcome all the education center leaders from all over India. Tonight, we have with us our guest, Madam Zwali Ralte, Sales Master, and also Education Center leader of Noida Smile Vision in UP, to speak about her success journey in Atomy. I hope by the end of this session, we will be enriched and inspired by her vision and aspiration. Before we start further, I would like to highlight a little bit about the speaker. Madam Zwali Ralte, she has done her BTech in Civil Engineering, MTech in Environmental Engineering, export manufacturer since 2005, and also a volunteer for Robin Hood Army. It's a voluntary organization doing charitable work, and it started since 2014. She is also the founding member of Jaipur Mizo Welfare. So with such a background, I would also like to ask the first question to her. How was your life before Atomy? And also what inspired her to join Atomy?
Hi.
Hello.
Welcome to all the Atomians all over India, and for those who are watching on YouTube. And thank you very much, Anungla, for your introduction. I have lived a very normal life before Atomy. Just the usual things, I got married, I have kids, and I was living my own life. So my husband and I are looking after our family business of manufacturing. So let me introduce a little bit further. I came from a small place in Mizoram, which is in the northeastern India. And I have been schooled in a government school till 10th standards. Then my parents were separated before I was even born. So my mother looked after me and my sister with her salary from being a teacher of government primary school. But I'm lucky enough to be loved by my mother and my sister to do whatever I want. When I said I wanted to do engineering, they supported me. And when I said I wanted to continue with my master's, they supported me as well. So I did my engineering and then my master's. And even though my family are not rich, actually we are very poor. My family is very poor. I have been privileged, I have to say, because of my mother's love and my sister's love. Yeah. So just as I was finishing my master course, I met my husband, well, my to-be husband at that time. And a few years later, we got married. And after we got married, about 1 year later, we moved to Jaipur to start our manufacturing unit in Jaipur. So I'm not a business person, and I have no idea about the business world. So I quickly got bored, so to say. I was still doing everything I can to help my husband run the business, but then most of the things were done by him. So I started looking for things that I could do on my own. And the Robin Hood Army volunteering thing also came from that because I was bored and looking for things to do. And I even applied for jobs, but doing jobs it's not me, because my personality will not allow me to work for anyone. I am way too honest and way too outspoken to work for anyone. So in 2017, we moved our factory to UP, and because of that, we moved to Noida. So I'm sorry if it's long-winded. I'm just trying to introduce how I get to know Atomy. So
okay.
when we moved to Noida in 2017, we joined the Mizo Church in Delhi. And through some friends, I started making friends with other young mothers in Delhi. So in the beginning of 2019, among those circle of friends, one person introduced Atomy to our circle of friends. And I only registered because I didn't want to feel left out. I just started making new friends and I don't want to be the odd one out. So I was thinking to myself that, okay, I will use the products whatever I can, but this is not a business for me. I don't know anything about network marketing, so there's no chance that I will ever make money. But then, what's the harm in being a member, because it's free. So I just registered because I don't want to feel left out among my circle of friends. So in September 2019, I was invited by my sponsors, my Korean sponsors, to visit Korea. So I went there. I attended the Korea Success Seminar where I met Chairman Park Han-gil. And I was inspired, and I truly, truly believe that, yes, Atomy indeed is a way to make money. But still, I thought, not for me, because, like I said, I don't know how to build my network. I don't know anything about networking business. So I still was on the fence. I was still like, I would be a consumer. That's it. Because I have already started using some products and I love them. So I'll resign myself to being a consumer, Atomy consumer. So a few months later, after I got back home, I was driving along. One day I had, I don't know if I can call it an epiphany. I was just on my own driving, and just a thought occurred to me that one day I am going to get money from Atomy, because I've got some very good sponsors who built my members, and there are some members who already love the product. So it just occurred to me that one of these days, it might be years and years later, but the Atomy business plan is set in such a way that one day I'm going to make money. It might not be much, but I will make money. So with that realization, I started working for Atomy, with Atomy, however way you want to call it. So I started talking more about the products, and I started talking more to more and more people. So that's how I got started. And don't get me wrong, I mean, I'm still nothing compared to other leaders, because I know that some of the leaders are very good, have a lot of experience in networking business. And some of them, even though they might not be working in the network business before, they are very hardworking. I'm nothing compared to that. But what I have are members who are inspired by me and what I stand for, and my belief in Atomy products, and the trust that I have in Atomy products. So I hope that answers the question, even though I veered away a little bit there, talking about myself a little bit too much. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ma'am Zwali. Next, I would like to ask you another question. Atomy stands for absolute quality, absolute price. Can you share some of your personal testimony or your members regarding the product?
Oh, and that's a very easy one for me. So, like I said, what started me off was with Atomy was the products. So I have this big dark hyperpigmentation on my face all over here. I don't know if anyone can see it, but I mean, it's already faded now, so might not be visible very much from the camera. So I used to be one of the stupid people who didn't know anything about protecting yourself from the sun. So I never wear sunscreen. I'm one of the people who said, "Oh my God, sunscreen make me so hot and bothered. I can't stand to wear sunscreen." So because of my stupidity, around, I think it must be about 10 years ago that I started developing those hyperpigmentation. So when I started noticing my hyperpigmentation, I tried every product. Anyone suggested that this is good for hyperpigmentation, this cream is good, that cream is good, if you eat this medicine. I tried them all, and I don't see any results. Not just any results, it seems to get worse. So and that's all due to not knowing anything about skincare. So my hyperpigmentation seems, it just goes from bad to worse. So it becomes a big patch and it's really dark. And I was, I didn't know what else to do. So I gave up. I decided that, okay, there's nothing I can do. I just have to live with it. So when I was introduced to Atomy, my sponsors gave me a chance to try out some products. And I chose the Fame set, and my daughter, who is much more clever than me, chose the Evening Care set. So, and then my sponsor suggested that I use Spot Out Essence and Spot Out Cream. So I said, why not? I tried it on, and within 2 months, I started to see the results. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not a quick fix thing. It's not gonna, don't think like if you use Spot Out Essence, next week your hyperpigmentation is going to go away. I have been using it for 2 years, and yes, I see the improvement. It has paled down now. I mean, I could share. Well, I don't know if I don't think I can share it right now because I was not prepared. I have made a comparison when just the night before I started using Spot Out Essence and about 2 months later. And you can very clearly see the difference, not just in the hyperpigmentation, but since I clean my face regularly, even my pores get reduced and my skin texture was becoming much clearer. So I have to say that, the product is the first thing that set me off with Atomy. And of course, the evening care set is absolutely the best for cleaning your face, your facial skin. And Atomy sunscreen is, I have to say, of all the sunscreen that I have used, it's the best. So before Atomy was launched in India, after I realized how important sunscreen to wear a sunscreen is, I started using all different kinds of sunscreen. I use expensive brands, cheap brands, local brands. I use all sorts of sunscreen. But most of the sunscreen, the first reason I didn't want to use sunscreen because it makes you feel hot and bothered and you sweat a lot. All those things I experience with all the sunscreens. And I have a dog. I walk my dogs every morning and evening. So when I go for a walk, especially in the hot season, I started to sweat a lot. And when I use other brand sunscreen, there are fumes coming from it, which makes my eyes water. And when I walk, I sweat a lot more, and my sweat gets into my eyes, and that stings so much so that the whole time I'm walking, I'll be like crying, all tears coming down from my face the whole time. And when I started using Atomy sunscreen, there is no fumes coming from it when you put it on your face. So there's no tears from the start. And when I walk, yes, I still sweat, and the sweat still gets in my eyes, but there's no stinging. So when my sweat gets in my eyes, it just goes in and out. So that's now I always have 2 Atomy sunscreen, one for the house and one in my handbag. So it's so good. I would have I would suggest anyone to start using Atomy sunscreen. You will see the difference, and it's not just that it cares for your skin as well. It's not just protecting you from the sun, and it cares for you as well. So yes, there are many other products that I have used. I mean, frankly speaking, I have used all the products that's available in India. So not one product have disappointed me. So all the products, I have loved them all. I have continued using them, including the scrubbers and the stainless scrubber, the stainless steel scrubber also. So everything and anything I can get my hands on Atomy, I use them and I love them all.
Thank you very much. Very inspiring, because Atomy product speaks for itself. So once you buy and try the product, then you will know the quality of the product. Next, again, I would like to ask, can a member work full-time in Atomy? what are the challenges one has to face?
Well, of course, anyone can work full-time with Atomy. However, Atomy is not a get-rich-quick scheme. So it might be difficult for to start working full-time with Atomy when you first joined. If you have no financial problem, you've got someone to take care of your family and yourself while you're getting started, by all means do it. But if you are someone who has to look after your family and you need to put food on the table, then it might not be easy. It might not be possible for you to do full-time in the beginning, because as we all know, you build up your team members, and it's for someone to start getting a commission, depending on how hard you work, it can be anywhere between 6 months, 1 year, 2 years. So during those times, of course, if you work hard, if you're doing it full-time, of course, you'll get it much quicker. But then there's most of the people I know will not be able to just leave everything and do Atomy full-time. So I would suggest doing part-time in the beginning. So you don't even need to do anything. You don't need to invest anything. You just start using the products that you like. Just a simple thing like toothpaste and toothbrush that you normally use anyway. Instead of using other brand, start using Atomy. Then you can spread it to other people. Once you spread it to other people, your team will grow, and very soon you'll be able to leave whatever job you're having or whatever thing you're doing and just concentrate on Atomy. So yes, it is possible to work full-time with Atomy, except that it might not be possible for everyone. And I would say that most people who work diligently on with Atomy, even with part-time, they are usually able to leave their job in 1 or 2 years, I think. Oh, challenges, yeah. So yeah, there will be many challenges. The first will be the preconceived notion of network marketing. So one needs to understand what network marketing is. And because many network marketing companies are scam, and many pyramid schemes are disguised as network marketing. So that's why most people, including me, are apprehensive about network marketing. So to overcome that, we need to know what Atomy is and what it stands for. And then there will always be naysayers. So those who complain continuously, regardless of what you do for them and what you can do for them. And those people can be your upline or your downline. There will always be negative people around you. It's facts of life. So my suggestion would be leave the negativity behind. Don't indulge in them. Just walk away. Just walk away, surround yourself with the positive people, your members and your upline who will support you. And just forget about the negative side. That's the best way to deal with the negative people.
Okay, my next question will be, when we compare the price of Atomy products to other companies, it's a little expensive. How do you convince your members to buy and try the product?
Thank you for the question. I've been wanting to talk about this subject for a long time, but I don't like the term convince others to buy, that part, because to me, you do not need to convince anyone. First, use the product yourself, see the advantage of it, see the quality of it, then it's easy to tell others. We all suggest to our friends and families the good things that we find. So once you use Atomy products, I'm very, very sure that anyone will be impressed by the quality. So once you yourself are the consumer, then it's very easy to tell others about it. And of course, you're not going to convince anyone to try other products. Slowly, the more you talk about it, then the more people will come to know about it. So onto the price issue. When we talk to others about Atomy products or Atomy company, usually the first response we get is, oh, Atomy is so expensive. And then we scrambled on to say, oh, but think about the quality. So to all those who are listening today, I want to tell you, forget the quality. Even price for price, Atomy is cheap. Yes, I said cheap. It's cheap. So, and then after that, you can pile on the quality as well. So our chairman, Park Han-gil, always says that don't compare our products with other brands. But I'm sorry, this is where he and I are different, have a difference in opinion. Sometimes you have to compare because people don't understand. But I promise I will not mention any brands. I will not compare it with a particular brand or anything. I'll just make a comparison with the market price. Then you all can make your decision. So let's take a look at the foam cleanser. So what is foam cleanser? It's face wash. Simple. It's very simple face wash. So there are so many face wash available in the market. It can be any brand, and some from cheap to very, very expensive as well. So one very well-known brand, I mean, this is my own personal experience. I went to my friend's shop and one person was sitting there. I said, oh, Atomy is so expensive. I said, okay, hand me that face wash. And it's 60 ml. And in my experience, 60 ml pack, normal face wash that you find on the market, I use it for about 2 weeks. So I looked at the price, it's 150 rupees for 60 ml. So if I use that for 2 weeks, that means in 1 month, I will be spending 300 rupees on face wash. Right? Follow me so far? And then Atomy foam cleanser, it comes in 150 ml and the distributor price is 755 and the MRP is 900, as we all know. So, but this Atomy foam cleanser, from my own personal use, lasted me 6 to 8 months. So, okay, some people might not use it like me, some people might use it more, let's say 5 to 7 months. So even with 5 to 7 months, that means you're spending approximately 100 to 150 rupees per month on face wash. So 100 and 150 rupees per month, 300 rupees per month. So you get my point. It's not, it's very, very cheap when you look at it like that. Just because it comes in a packaging that costs more than what you find, like if you find a package of face wash that costs 150 rupees and Atomy face wash is costing 755, yes, it does seem expensive, but sorry, you use it for a longer period of time, that means it's more economical. And that's just on face wash. And if you look at shampoo, our shampoo comes in the 500 ml and yes, the distributor price is 1,003, the herbal shampoo. So, and there are other brands in the market which are making 500 ml packaging. And I have previously used some other brands which are, I think they cost about 600 to 700 rupees for the 500 ml packaging. But those shampoos, I mean, you can see the length of my hair. It's not a very thick hair, but with those shampoos, I need to use 3 to 4 pumps to nicely lather it and have a nice clean feeling on my hair. I need to use at least 3 to 4 pumps. I have a very oily, greasy hair, so it takes me a lot more shampoo to wash my hair clean. With Atomy shampoo, I need to use only 1 pump, and sometimes even 1 pump is too much. So that means when I'm using the 650 rupees bottle shampoo, if I use that for 1 month, Atomy shampoo will last me for 2-3 months. So even though the price is slightly higher, you use it a lot longer. You get my point? So I don't think that Atomy is expensive. Atomy is quite cheap, especially when you and when you pile on the quality, the advantages you get from using Atomy products. It's a brainer. It's a no-brainer. Atomy is not expensive.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, thank you so much. Yes, a very good elaboration on the product. For me also, I've been using Atomy product for quite some time now. And I've also seen these things like when I introduce it to my customers or members, they think that Atomy is very expensive. But when you use it at home and the land, then it becomes more budget. So what you have elaborated, many of the members will be able to get the idea and they'll start from tomorrow saying that Atomy is very cheap. Okay, next, let us go to another question. What do you think are the qualities of an education center leader?
Patience and humility. I know it's difficult. I'm still learning to get these qualities myself. It's very, very difficult, but I'm trying to better myself as a center leader and also for my members. There are many times that I almost lose my patience with my members and other members who comes to visit the center. As a center leader, you meet all sorts of people at the center. So there are some who are not as educated or who are not as well off. You need to treat everyone with respect. And that's why being humble is the most important qualities that education center leader needs.
Okay, thank you so much. Next, let me ask you another question. Do you have any golden tips how to make auto consumers? And also kindly highlight why auto consumer is important for success in Atomy.
Okay, so let me start off with why it is important to have auto consumers. So I think most of us have heard our chairman Park Hang-il's speech about auto sales mastership. So auto sales mastership is the first step to success in Atomy. Once you achieve auto sales mastership, everything else becomes automatic. Being promoted to Diamond Master, Sharon Rose Master, all the masterships will become automatic once you become auto sales master. So to be auto sales master, you need auto consumers. So what is auto consumers? Auto consumers are the people who use the products, who purchase the products on their own and who continuously use the products. There is no magic way. You can't say that if you do this, it will create auto consumers. The only way is to be an auto consumer yourself. So once you become an auto consumer, once you start using the products, then you can talk more confidently about the products and about the company. And it takes a lot of patience and communication. Even though you are auto consumers, it is not easy to start and to start telling others to use other products. So it takes a lot of time, it takes patience, and you need to communicate with your members and also your consumers, your customers, whatever you want to call them. So you need to communicate with them on a regular basis and just keep talking about the products. So it's for some people, it might be difficult to start using, some of our more expensive products like skincare. But there are products that you can start with. You can start with, like I said, toothpaste and toothbrush, shampoo, body lotion, which we normally use anyway, regardless of whether you use Atomy or not. I think everyone will agree on that because toothpaste, toothbrush, we use it every day. Shampoo, we use it every day. Lotion, we use it every day. So you start from that, be an auto consumer yourself. And once you are an auto consumer, you will soon have auto consumers under you because once you know the goodness of Atomy products, you love talking to other people. And people will start asking you also, what do you use? Then you can say that, oh, I use this Atomy product. Then the more you talk about it, then the more you have auto consumers. And when you have more auto consumers under you, then auto sales mastership is again guaranteed. And once you become auto sales master, the rest of the mastership will follow on naturally.
Okay, thank you so much for enlightening us on auto consumer. The last question that I would like to ask you is many good networking companies have left India because of the government policy. Many members are still apprehensive to join the company, atomic company. So what is your feedback on that?
Do we have enough time? Because I've got a lot to say on this.
Yeah. We still have 20 more minutes. It's okay.
Okay.
You can
all right.
continue. Yeah.
So yes, it's true that many people are apprehensive about network marketing companies, including me. I used to be very apprehensive about network marketing companies for two reasons. Number one, there are many network marketing companies which are scams. And like I said, there are many pyramid schemes which are portraying themselves as network marketing companies. And number two, even when they are not scam, the business plan is either not in line with the government policies, or there are too many changes in a short period of time, which ultimately discourages the members. So in short, there are certain points that need to be looked at when researching network marketing companies. The kind of business they run and the business plans, those are the main points. An atomic company, first and foremost, follows the law of the land. So that means that before opening its subsidiaries in India, they looked at the rules and regulations and planned for it according to the prevailing law. So there is no question of Atomic India subsidiary to close down due to government policy, since they follow the Indian law to the letter. So we all know about the TDS and from our commission and the GST we pay for every product we purchase. And also we follow the direct selling guidelines set out by the government of India. So there is absolutely no basis from which the government can close down Atomic India subsidiaries. So I cannot talk much about other companies because I'm not very knowledgeable about other company policies. But there is no basis or any reason at all for the government of India to close down the Indian subsidiary of Atomy, because Atomy India follows the law and the rule of government of India. And now I want to discuss a little bit about this network marketing and the scam and the pyramid schemes. So I have researched quite a bit on this topic, and I've been planning to make a video on how to spot scam network marketing or how to spot a pyramid scheme, which I'll probably start on the project very soon. So whenever you're joining any network marketing companies, there are red flags that needs to be watched out for. So I created a few lists on my based on my own research. So there are checklists to determine if MLM company or network marketing company or direct selling company is worth your time or not. So it's number one, and I will contrast it with Atomy. Then you can make your own mind about whether Atomy is a scam or a pyramid scheme or whether it's illegal or not. So the number one red flag to watch out for in MLM is no or low quality product or service. So there are many red flags that should warn you away from business or financial opportunity. But the biggest is lack of product. So programs that push recruiting over the sales of a product or a service might be a pyramid scheme. If a company is not focused on acquiring more customers to buy its products, but rather it's interested entirely in building a team or membership of sales reps, that's a big red flag. The foundation of any good MLM business is about getting products and services to end customers. While building a team can be a big part of that, but income should be based on goods sold by the team, not in the recruiting itself. So Atomy aims to provide quality products at low prices. The slogan of Atomy is absolute quality, absolute price. There are countless number of videos and testimonials on the internet to prove this also. And the number two red flag is outrageous and unfounded product claims. We are talking about claims made by the company, not by the members. Let's be clear on that. So while claims are seen mostly in health and wellness companies, in which reps or members or distributors boast that their products can cure ailments or the products work miracles. Outlandish hype is usually a red flag in any industry, including direct sales. A successful business is founded on quality products. If the company that you're considering joining has bizarre products or products that seem too good to be true, use caution. So contrasting that with Atomy, I don't know if anyone has seen Chairman Park Hang-gil talk about Himohim. He cautioned us that Himohim should not be marketed as anything other than immunity booster. Even though Himohim has been independently proven by different research agencies as having anti-cancer properties, or it's good for diabetes, or it's good for kidney problems, it has been proven. You can see it on the internet. You can Google it and you can see a lot of testimonials and a lot of research paper published on Himohim. However, our chairman and Atomy company advised us not to advertise that. They strongly advise us not to say it's a cancer medicine or it will help you cure your kidney problems or your heart problems. We are advised to sell Himohim as immunity booster, which is what it is made for. So there is no overhype about Atomy products. All our products, the company itself is discouraging its members to not overhype the products. So there is no overhype with Atomy products from the company or the management team. And red flag number 3 is high pressure sales tactic. So the most common high pressure sales tactic is you meet someone and say, oh, if you don't sign up right now, you will lose your opportunity. So, but in direct sales, a good opportunity is a good opportunity regardless of where you get in or when you get in. So in fact, you're safer to go with a company that has been around for a few years rather than a startup company. So be cautious if anyone, a sales rep or a company representative or distributor or members, try to pressure you to sign you up on the spot. So Atomy never tells anyone to recruit more people. Instead, we are asked to try the product first. And if you like the product, be a member. That's what we have been advised to do from the start. And red flag number 4 is pressure to buy and stock inventory. So all MLM business will have some startup costs. You can't buy a McDonald's without investing money. And the same is true for direct sales as well, although it's much less expensive than trying to get into another business. So what you want to watch out for are fee-based fast-track program or pressure to have inventory that requires additional investment. Due to this practice, the law now requires MLM companies to have a buyback inventory policy. But that doesn't mean that you want to be saddled with debt before you start and truly understand the business. So having a few popular products on hand can be nice, but don't fill your house with products unless you know for sure, based on your experience in the business, that you can either consume them or you can sell them. So now contrasting that with Atomy. Atomy doesn't require you to purchase a product or sell them. In fact, Atomy discourages you from keeping stock. I remember the MD of our Indian subsidiary, Dr. Abraham Lee, in one of the success seminars, telling Atomians not to use their house as Atomy warehouse. He keeps saying, please, let's have a centralized warehouse. Don't use your house as an Atomy warehouse. So there is no pressure to purchase or sell the products from Atomy. There is no sale quota that you have to meet every week or every month or every year. Atomy encourages you to consume the products, and based on the law of the country, Atomy has the buyback policy as well. So in India, we have a 30-day return policy. If you are not satisfied with the products, you can return the products you purchased within 30 days. And that's according to the Indian law. And in Korea, according to the Korean direct selling law, you can return even if you have used the product fully. If you're not satisfied with the product, you can return it fully within 30 days. Even if you have used up the whole product, you can just return an empty bottle. So, like I said, Atomy follows the law of the land first. So based on the law, there's a buyback policy, the refund policy with Atomy. And red flag number 5 is poor communication from the company. So when you're joining a company, you should not be afraid to ask hard questions. So if you need to ask the questions, and if you don't get solid answers, or you are being chastised for not being a positive thinker or not believing the company, consider it a red flag. In order to be successful at any business, you need strong support and solid training. The law requires MLM companies to give you a whole bunch of information, details about the compensation plan and financial information, and about the average income earned by reps. And you need to study these and ask questions. If the company is hesitant to answer your questions or glosses over your concerns, it's probably better not to work with that company. A legitimate company wants you to be informed about the company and its plan and its products. So now in Atomy India creates different WhatsApp groups for Diamond Master and above, Sales Masters, Education Center leaders, and Telegram groups for all the Atomy distributors to broadcast information and to collect feedback as well. And not just that, our customer care team can be contacted by phone on all working days and by email 24/7. So there is excellent communication line with Atomy India. And red flag number 6 is expensive ongoing training or other business items. So some MLM reps got into a bit of hot water a few years ago for the sales of tapes the reps have created and sold for big money. So most representative teams and the companies have free training either locally and or online. So while they may also have additional training, that is audio or video that you can purchase, there shouldn't be pressure to do so. Further, most companies have an annual convention, which can be fun and informative as well, but expensive to attend. If a company routinely pressures you to pay for training, this is another red flag. Now, Atomy holds one-day seminar and success academy, which are free of cost, where you can get information from the company themselves directly. And not just that, any Atomy distributor can go to any approved education center and get free training on the business plan, on the products, and about the company itself, free of cost, anywhere, wherever there is an approved education center. And the final point on the red flags are deceptive advertising practices. So some MLM will promote the business as jobs or use other description to their prospects. So MLM is not a job. It is a business. It's a private business. When you become an MLM reps or distributors or members, you own your own business in that business. So it's not a job. It's not an investment. It is your own private business that you can start with the help of the company. So other deceptive and often illegal practices include making income guarantees or suggesting you'll make money doing very little work. That's a big red flag. Atomy never advertises the products nor the company. So there is no room for deceptive advertising. All Atomy distributors are required not to teach that Atomy is a way to make easy money. I think we can all testify this, that none of our sponsors have told us that you can make big money in a short period of time. So we are all taught that if you work hard at it, you will make regular income. So there is no deceptive practices in Atomy. So those are the points that determines if the MLM company is worth investing your time and money or not. But if an MLM company is not good, that doesn't necessarily mean that they are a pyramid scheme. So the following checklist will let you identify a pyramid scheme. So are you required to invest a large amount of money upfront to become a distributor? The investment request may be disguised as an inventory charge. Legitimate MLM business do not require large startup costs. However, in Atomy, it's free to join and there is no monthly or annual fee, no membership pack to purchase, and no weekly or monthly purchase is required. And if you do have to pay for inventory, will the company buy back unsold inventory? Legitimate MLM companies will offer and stick to inventory buybacks for at least 80% of what you paid for. With Atomy, we have already gone through this. We've got an excellent buyback policy, the refund policy, in accordance with the law of the country. So, and is there any attention paid to a market for the product or service? Multi-level marketing depends on establishing a market for the company's products. If the company doesn't seem to have any interest in consumer demand for its products, don't sign up. So Atomy continually invest in product development, as can be seen by the association with Kerry and Colmar. Atomy upgraded products based on the market reaction. Atomy 6 skincare system has been upgraded to the Fame. Acne Clear system has been upgraded to 5 products instead of 4, and so on and so forth. So Atomy always looks on the market reaction and upgrade or discontinue the products if it's not doing so well. So, and then there's the point that is, if there is more emphasis on recruitment other than selling the product or the service, then that is a very, very clear sign that it might be a pyramid scheme. So the difference between multi-level marketing and a pyramid scheme is in the focus. The pyramid scheme focuses on fast profits from signing people up and getting their money. If recruitment seems to be the focus of the company, you better run far, far away from that company. So Atomy does not ask you to recruit. Atomy requests you to try its products first and to introduce others to try the products. More emphasis on products rather than recruitment. So the next 2 questions will help you determine what the focus of the company is. So is the plan designed so that you make more money by recruiting new members rather than through sales that you make yourself? This is the signature of pyramid scheme. They reward you for recruiting new members. And number 2, are you offered commissions for recruiting new members? Another pyramid scheme trademark. It's the number of people who are willing to sign up that matters in the pyramid scheme, not the products or services being offered. So as we have already mentioned, Atomy is free to join, so Atomy does not pay you anything for registering new members. Atomy pays you commission to the distributors on the sale of the products, not on the number of people you require. So I hope that makes it clear whether you can make up your own mind. I'm not going to tell you that Atomy is not a pyramid scheme or Atomy is a good MLM company. You can make up your own mind. That's the information that I have gathered so that you can differentiate whether an MLM company is worth your time or not, or if an MLM company is a pyramid scheme disguised as MLM companies, and what Atomy is. So I think that kind of takes up all our time now. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Madam Zwali, for your wonderful sharing, because I was also a little bit apprehensive initially. But when I looked through the company, I have seen about the company policy, the compensation plan, about the business, and most importantly, the product. And like, I have never joined any company in my life. This is the first ventures that I've taken up. So I'm very happy, and I've become an Atomy lover, Atomy product lover, and like slowly trying to mold myself to be an education center leader. So thank you so much for your wonderful sharing, and hope we do this session more often. And also I would like to thank our Atomy India Education Center leader team, who are continuously working hard to have this meeting every night at 8 o'clock at 5 p.m. and at 8 p.m. So I wish we have more members attending this YouTube live show. And then let us also try to spread it among our members and among the different educational centers, to requesting all our members to attend this YouTube session every night at 8 p.m. Thank you so much, Madam Zwali. Okay, we have come tonight to the end of the show. So I would request all of you to say the company motto, and then we will wind up tonight's talk show. So are you ready for the motto?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, create the vision,
Cherish the
follow
spirit,
the
create
faith,
the vision,
With the vision.
serve
follow the
in
faith, serve
serve in humility. Come on, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much, ma'am. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you.
Thank
for
you
having
so
Thank you,
much.
all of you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good night.
Good night.